I think I can probably actually pressure it out of there now. You know, again, I pressure flake off my lap too. And one thing I do is, is not only are you pushing in and then breaking it away, but I start them at opposite angles like this and get a good bite on it, and then roll it while pushing it away to break it loose. There, we got rid of that piece I didn't like. And I'm moving my center line over to this side now to see if I can thin some of this out. So we're definitely getting there. It's not exactly where it needs to be yet. At this point we're almost down to where we're just going to go ahead and pressure flake now to try and clean everything up. Still a little bit bigger than I want, but we'll get it down to the right size. Still fighting a couple little spots with this crystal pocket. I'm trying my best at this point to get some of these flakes to travel as far across center as possible. They don't look like much when I'm pulling them off because they're breaking in 2 and 3 sections. It happens a lot when you're working on your lap. In fact, this side here is pretty flat except for a little bit here, so I'm actually going to try and crush it down so I can get better flakes on this side. Got my deer antler sharpened up a little bit, ground it down, kind of moved into the shade a little bit more. I think you might be able to see a little bit better what I'm doing. Again, we're getting pretty close to what we want to be. It's a little bit thick for my liking, but I mean it's pretty close. So basically, let's go ahead and braid everything down. I'm going to do my very best to get flakes all the way across center on this. So we want to really thin it down as much as we can. So I'm going to have to rough this up a little bit. I think I got it too smooth. Not getting any bite. That's better. Get some good flakes there. That really helped thin that spot down. You can always hear those good breaks. You know which ones go all the way across. Now you can see where we're getting thinner here for sure, except right here on this tip. I haven't worked down to that yet, but in here is where I was working on getting it real thin. You know, that's how thick it was. Now it's that thin. That's just going to help you in penetration. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tip worked down. Maybe try and get a little bit more in the back, but the back's getting pretty close. It's a little thick, but it's livable. So we got that tip thinned way down now. There's a little bit in here just junked I need to get rid of. Now's actually a good time again. If you just blunt the tip off just a little bit, you'll be less likely to break it off, and it'll break back further. But if you blunt it off just a little bit, you can always resharpen it later. Blunt it up, and this way it keeps it from wanting to break all the way, you know, back up into here.